city sleeps in quiet colors while I'm still awake, watching reflections on the ceiling slowly break. Your memory moves through the darkness like smoke without a flame. Every night I try to lose it, feels the same. I thought the distance would grow easier with every passing day, but some feelings learn to linger and stay. I keep telling myself that I should let you go, but certain kinds of love move slow, and the shadows stay late tonight, long after midnight fades, carrying pieces of your voice through empty space. Every silence in this room still sounds a little like you, a quiet kind of heartbreak I can't undo. I hear old conversations inside my restless mind, like unfinished photographs frozen in time. The streets outside keep moving without a second glance, but I'm still standing in the moment of our last chance. Even the air feels different now, like it remembers too. Everything I tried forgetting leads to you. I thought I'd finally reach the point where missing you would end, but memories know how to return again. And the shadows stay late tonight, refusing to disappear, holding on to every part I still hear. Every quiet corner here still feels touched by you, a lonely kind of feeling breaking through. Maybe love was never meant to leave without a trace. Maybe some hearts keep echoes in every space. Maybe I was never ready to close the door completely, so I keep your fading shadow with me. Without trying to fight, because some memories look softer at night. The darkness becomes a mirror for everything I hide, a love that never truly left inside. And somewhere past the morning, you still remain, a fragile kind of shadow in my veins. And the shadows stay late tonight, even when the sky turns blue, like every fading piece of me still belongs to you. And if tomorrow finally A broken vinyl keeps on spinning with a sound that fades and bends, like every word we never finished before it ends. I sit alone in low-lit silence, watching time behave so strange, like even memories start to crack and rearrange. The air still holds your distant presence in a subtle, fading tone, like something warm that used to live here but now is gone. I thought the past would stay behind me, like dust that falls away, but some reflections keep on playing every day. It's a broken vinyl memory, skipping back to you. Every sound a little broken but still true, and every note the saxophone carries feels like it won't let go, a melody of what we were long ago. Through streets that don't remember what we used to be, but every corner still reflects a piece of me. The world keeps turning like a record that never learns to stop, but I'm still stuck inside the moment it all drops. Your voice appears in sudden fragments, in places I don't expect, like echoes that refuse to lose their effect. I thought I could just move forward and leave it in the past, but broken things still echo longer than they last. It's a broken vinyl memory, still spinning in my mind, playing love in incomplete pieces left behind. And every time the music rises, it drags me back to you, to all the things we never fixed or knew. Maybe love is never perfect, it scratches on its way, replaying all the moments that won't decay. Maybe I was never ready for the sound to fade, so I keep it on repeat in what we made. Somewhere in the static feeling, you still appear inside this broken vinyl I keep near. It's a broken vinyl memory that never lets me go, playing love in shattered pieces, soft and slow. And if the world forgets the meaning of everything we knew, this broken sound will always play of you. There were words we never spoke out loud. They stay between the lines, like unfinished conversations, frozen in time. I remember how we almost said so many things that night, but silence always came between what felt right. The air was full of something fragile we didn't understand, like holding love too carefully in our hands. I told myself it didn't matter, that silence was enough, but some emotions don't survive unsaid love. It's what we never said that lingers long after we are through, a quiet kind of truth that stays with me and you. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it knows the pain of all the words that never found their way. I walk through days of quiet thinking, replaying what we had, like searching for the missing piece we never grasped. Even memories feel incomplete now, like pages torn apart, where every line was meant to lead to the heart. The world keeps talking in its rhythm, but I hear something else, like echoes of unspoken truth within myself. I thought time would give me answers, but time just lets it fade into the things we didn't say or make. It's what we never said that lingers in every silent tone, a fragile kind of distance I call home. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back again to all the love we kept inside back then. Maybe love is just unfinished sentences in air, things we hold but never show we're there. And maybe I was never ready to speak what I should do, so I keep living in the silence with you. Stay, 'cause even what is missing has its way. The night becomes a witness to what we couldn't be, a love that lived in silence between you and me. And somewhere in that silence you still remain, a feeling made of everything we didn't explain. It's what we never said that lingers like echoes in the blue, a quiet kind of ending without you. And if the world forgets the reason I still remember true, it's everything we never said that grew. just stay inside, like ink that knows it has a meaning but chooses not to fly. The night feels heavier than usual without your voice around. Even silence has a memory that makes a sound. I act like I've been moving forward, like nothing stays too long. But every step I take in quiet feels wrong. I told myself it's over, that time would take its place, but time just keeps reminding me of your face. It's an unsent midnight letter, no address, no reply, just feelings that I never learned how to say goodbye. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it knows my truth, a language made of broken pieces of me and you. I pass the places we once stood in, like shadows in the past. Everything looks the same on surface, but nothing lasts. I smile when strangers start to talk to me, like I'm still whole inside, but they don't see how easily I break and hide. The world keeps turning like it always did, without a pause for pain, but I'm still caught in memories I can't explain. I thought distance would erase you like ink fades in rain, but some stories don't get washed away, they stay in the brain. It's an unsent midnight letter, still burning in my hand, full of words I never spoke, you'd never understand. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back to then, to everything I should have said back when. Maybe love is just unfinished words we never sent, a story that keeps going without an end. And maybe I was never ready to watch it fall apart, so I keep it in this letter inside my heart. I almost throw it all away now, but I can't let it go, because even pain feels honest when it still knows. The night keeps stretching out in silence, no comfort, no reply, just echoes of a conversation I let die. Still somewhere in the static feeling, I think you're near tonight, inside this unsent letter without a light. It's an unsent midnight letter that never found your door, just love I couldn't carry anymore. And if you ever feel the silence between drifts across the city, soft and cold. I walk alone without a destination, just letting time move on. But every quiet corner here feels wrong. Your voice still lingers in the silence, like a distant tune, something fragile floating slowly through the room. I thought these nights would feel much lighter as the months went by, but missing you still follows every skyline. Under faded street lights tonight, I still think of you. Every shadow in the city leads me to the truth, and every passing moment here feels slower than before, like my heart is waiting by a closed door. Glow above the avenue, like scenes I cannot reach, while memories keep speaking softly without speech. I try to lose myself in motion, in the rhythm of the crowd, but loneliness can feel the strongest when surrounded. Even the whole night keeps remembering you. I told myself I'd stop returning to what we used to be, but certain hearts keep wandering endlessly. Under faded street lights tonight, your memory still stays like reflections on the sidewalk after rain. Sound I hear pulls me back again to all the words we never said back then. Maybe love was never meant to stay forever bright. Maybe some feelings only live at night, and maybe I was never ready to let the feeling end. So I keep walking through these streets again. Begins to pale with morning, but I still move slow, like part of me is searching what I know. The city starts another. still carries traces of a voice that isn't there, like shadows on the ceiling that I still swear. I sit where conversations used to fill the air, but now it's only silence everywhere. The light feels slightly colder than it used to feel before, like something warm and living lives here no more. I tell myself I'm used to it, that time has done its part, but echoes don't dissolve so easily inside the heart. These are empty room echoes calling your name again, soft reminders of a moment that won't end. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it knows my pain, a melody of something that won't remain. I move around in quiet circles, trying not to feel, but even stillness has a way of making things real. The smaller sound becomes a memory I cannot ignore, like footsteps that don't happen anymore. The world outside keeps rushing forward without a backward glance, but I am still caught inside the space of what we had. I thought I'd learn to live with this, like living is a skill, but some absences don't leave you, they stay still. These are empty room echoes that never fade away, just fragments of a yesterday that won't decay. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back to then, to all the love that lingers still within. Maybe love is just a presence that doesn't leave at all. It stays inside the silence after the fall. And maybe I was never ready to hear that final sound, when everything I held so close broke down. Fix the silence, I let it stay, 'cause even pain becomes familiar in its own way. The room still feels like waiting for someone to return, but all I have are lessons I never learned. Still somewhere in the fading quiet, I think you're near tonight, inside these empty echoes without light. These are empty room echoes that never let me go, soft reminders of a love I used to know. And if the world forgets this feeling, I'll still recall the sound of all the things you never said but left around. room stayed still, like it forgot to breathe. Even time felt uncertain about what to leave. I didn't hear a breaking sound, no final closing door, just absence sitting everywhere and nothing more. The light looks different on the walls, like it lost its name, and everything I touch now feels not the same. I told myself I'd adjust, that I would be alright, but healing doesn't always come in one night. After you left, I stayed behind, with silence as my guide, a quiet kind of emptiness I cannot hide. And every note the saxophone plays feels like it knows my pain, a love that still keeps echoing in my name. I walk through days without direction, just moving through the flow, but every step feels heavier than I know. The world keeps talking like it used to, but I don't hear the same, like everything is distant now without your name. Even laughter from the distance feels unfamiliar too, like echoes of a version that still had you. I thought I'd learned to function like nothing ever broke, but silence is a language that I spoke. After you left, I stayed behind, inside a fading light, a broken kind of normal every night. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back again to all the love that stayed too long back then. Baby, love doesn't end loudly, it just disappears, leaving shadows of forever through the years. Maybe I was never ready for a goodbye so slow, because slow departures hurt more than I know. Chase it, I let it be, because even empty spaces mean something to me. The night becomes a quiet witness to what remains, a love that never shouted, just refrains. And somewhere in the stillness you still exist, in fragments of a memory I can't resist. After you left, I stayed behind, no answers in the air, just echoes of a love still there. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on to you, because after you left, I did too. pretending it was simple, like love could stay the same. Some stories don't need endings or someone to blame. The night just sits beside me quietly. No anger, no sound, just pieces of what used to be all around. I thought I'd feel much stronger now, like time would make it clear. But even healing has its cost when you're not here. I told myself I moved on, that I had let it go. But silence has a memory it won't show. This is a quiet ending now, no drama in the fall, just love that slowly learned to lose it all. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it understands a heart that didn't break loud, just in hands. I walk through days that feel the same, but nothing feels the same. Like everything still knows your shape without your name. The world keeps speaking in its rhythm like nothing ever stops. But I still feel your absence in every drop. Even laughter sounds unfamiliar when it passes through, like echoes of a version that once knew you. I thought goodbye would be a moment, clear and defined. But some goodbyes just happen in the mind. This is a quiet ending now, no closure in the air, just memories that settle all the love that didn't finish back when. Maybe love was never promised to stay complete. Some hearts just drift apart without defeat. And maybe I was never ready for a love that fades so slow, because slow endings hurt the most, you know. Now I don't fight the quiet, I let it stay. Stories find their way. The night becomes a kind of witness to what I feel inside. A love that never left loudly, just died. And somewhere in the stillness you still remain, a gentle kind of memory without pain. This is a quiet ending now, no final words to say, just something that slowly fades away. And if the world forgets the reason, I still feel you through this quiet ending in my heart. Is you. stare at words I never sent you on a glowing empty screen, like fragments of a conversation that might have been. The night feels heavier than usual without your voice around. Even silence has a language I've just found. I wait for something that won't happen, still checking every sign, like hope becomes a habit over time. I told myself I'd stop this, that I'd finally move on, but waiting is a feeling that lingers on. There's no reply tonight, just echoes in the air, a quiet kind of emptiness that says you're not there. And every note the saxophone carries feels like it understands a love that slips away from empty hands. I scroll through old conversations, like searching for a spark, but every line just fades away back into dark. The world outside keeps talking loud, like nothing's out of place, but I'm still stuck inside the pause of your space. Your name still shows up in my thoughts without permission or sound, like something that I cannot turn around. I thought I learned to let it go, like letting go is clean, but some endings don't erase what they mean. There's no reply tonight, just silence on repeat, a lonely kind of rhythm without a beat. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back again to all the things I should have said back when. Maybe love is just unanswered messages in time, words that never find their place but still rhyme. And maybe I was never ready to accept the end, so I keep talking to the silence again. Now I don't wait the way I used to, but I still feel the call of something that was everything before the fall. The night keeps holding conversations I never really hear, like traces of a presence still near. And somewhere in the static quiet, you still exist in me, a reply that never came, but still I see. There's no reply tonight, just fading into blue, a quiet kind of heartbreak I go through. And if the world forgets the reason, I still hold on tight to all the words I never got. Good night. I keep trying to reconnect the past, like a phone with broken line, but every call just fades to static over time. The night is full of silent signals. I pretend I understand, but nothing ever comes through clearly in my hand. Your absence feels like interference in everything I hear, a quiet kind of noise that grows when you're not near. I thought I'd lose the signal, let it finally go, but some connections linger even when they slow. It's a lost signal memory, still flickering in my mind, a voice I almost reach for but never find. And every note the saxophone carries feels like your fading tone, a melody that keeps reminding I'm alone. I walk through days that feel unfinished, like pages torn in half, where every moment used to carry a shared laugh. The world keeps talking all around me, but I hear something else, like echoes of your voice repeating by itself. Even strangers in the distance sound a little like you did, but every time I turn to look, it's just red. I thought distance would erase you like numbers from a screen, but some memories refuse to stay unseen. It's a lost signal memory, still stuck between the noise, a broken kind of silence that destroys. And every time the music rises, it pulls me back again to all the words I lost in static back then. Maybe love is just a signal that never finds its end. It bends through all the silence it can't mend. And maybe I was never ready to hear it fade to black, so I keep searching for a frequency that won't come back. Try to fix the static, I let it stay, 'cause even broken signals have something to say. The noise becomes a kind of language only I can feel, a memory that somehow still feels real. And somewhere in the broken silence, you still exist in me, a lost signal I keep chasing endlessly. It's a lost signal memory, still calling out your name, a fading kind of echo without frame. And if the world forgets the whispering through. The room is filled with smoke and silence, and thoughts I can't escape. Every passing hour tonight changes shape. I sit beneath the fading neon, watching shadows sway, trying to understand why you walked away. Outside, the streets keep moving slowly, like nothing ever changed. But everything inside my chest feels rearranged. I told myself I wouldn't miss you the way I used to do, but loneliness keeps finding its way to you. Now it's only smoke and silence keeping me awake, a quiet kind of heartbreak I can't shake. And every empty moment here still sounds a little like your name, like love disappeared but left the flame. The night drifts by in broken pieces, too slow to understand, like memories slipping softly through my hands. I hear old conversations inside the midnight air, fragments of the way you laughed when you were there. Even the light feels colder now against the window pane, like every drop of midnight knows my pain. I thought the distance would erase you with enough time apart, but certain kinds of absence stay in the heart. Now it's only smoke and silence filling up the room, a lonely kind of feeling without you. And every fading shadow pulls me back again to everything we almost were back then. Maybe love was never steady, maybe it was smoke, beautiful for a moment before it broke. And maybe I was never ready to watch it disappear, so I keep breathing in the traces you left here. The night grows thin toward morning, but I still feel the same, sitting with the echoes of your name. The silence wraps around me like a familiar blues, a quiet kind of emptiness I can't lose. And somewhere through the like smoke that leaves a memory in my veins. Now it's only smoke and silence long after you're gone. A fragile kind of longing still holding on. And if tomorrow finally takes